We have Detroit Lions up against the Seattle Seahawks on the road. Wow! So my pick for this game is going to be Seattle against Detroit, 38-14.
I mean, I'm not going to even try and fight you because I do not trust
Seattle,
Matt Stafford and a
30.
broke finger on the
Yeah,
road
his
in
finger
Seattle
is messed up.
with no running game. It's 21
Miami
to 20.
Gives up.
Detroit.
Why can't tell me something about Detroit though? Why can't they win at home?
Wait, Detroit's not at home.
Well, they lost the NFC
Wow.
North Championship
Right, but to that hottest
at home.
to the hottest team in the NFL.
That Seattle, they're at their home stadium. They don't have to go on the road. I think they're going to beat 40 to 21 in that. I'll say 40 to 21. They can play.
That's also believable.
But look how he hung in there with Aaron when they played Aaron Rodgers. He hung in there with Aaron Rodgers and them.
He
until
did.
the-
That's what I
until-
was.
that's
That's what I was
I'm saying. So
looking
it's
at.
not-
And even against Dallas, like I just felt like his finger bothered him more than you would have known. And then our running game just wore down their defense, and they gave up.
Detroit. Oh, let's see what they say on here. No, they say Seattle 28, Detroit 7.
I think it is
They
going to be a
watch-
blowout.
they- wow,
I'm
they
telling
watch
you
it.
what I want to happen because Seattle got
facts on
Seattle got 2
I'm
wins
sure-
given to them, which if they had not been given to them, they would not be in the playoffs.
Shout
today.
out to our roundtable audience and shout
What's
out
up?
to Facebook Live audience. We talk facts and we talk wins and losses when we talk sports.
Right, and the refs cost Seattle. They gave Seattle 2 wins, from Atlanta, poor Atlanta. You know what happened. On the
Somebody
last
on here
day,
somebody said they YMCA flag team could beat Detroit. Somebody said that on here.
Ooh.
That's bad.
I'm going to make a fair assumption. Ashton, we're going to let you tell us your box score. Detroit they're building. You said it earlier. They're on the cusp. They're building. Jim Caldwell has that team where he wants it. He's an offensive. He coached the Colts with Peyton Manning. He has the team that can go to the playoffs, that can even go to the Super Bowl if they want to. Sometimes it's just you gotta want it. Sometimes the chemistry is just not there. You have Golden Tate, you have Marvin Jones Jr., you have Anquan Bolden, you have Eric Ebron, and you have a great quarterback that can play even with an injured finger, and you still can't win at home for it all. It's at some point the NFL just that you got to tell them, look, if you love the game, just play
Right.
for it.
So you don't
That's
think
it.
Green Bay's a good team?
I was talking about Detroit. I said Detroit.
they lost to the Super
If
Bowl
they
winning
want to go
team,
to the
possibly.
if they want to go to the Super Bowl, it's in their hands right now.
But Detroit can generate a pass rush, and Seattle's offensive line is shaky. They have no running game. Russell Wilson, if he is forced to throw it 30, 40 times in this game, Detroit, that keeps them in it.
You disrespect the top-ranked defense that can score points too. The team that won their division is the one that's getting the home game right now.
Whatever.
How did
Somebody said Jim Caldwell is soft and pretty much saw his team.
if Detroit wants to go to the Super Bowl, it's in their hands. Jim Caldwell's done all he can do. They made wild card. They're on the road against Seattle. I don't think they can do it. I see an ugly loss. I see Richard Sherman probably getting the ball in his hands as much as he can.
I'm going to say Detroit and Seattle 42 to maybe 37.
42-37.
It's a close
So you
game.
you do see Detroit fighting down to the wire.
Yeah, I mean, they fought down to the wire with Green Bay. So I'm not saying that, oh, my gosh, they can't. But I just don't know how let's see what someone else wrote there. I mean, somebody thinks that, they're still soft. But, hey, it's going to be tough. But I
Shout out to that Facebook Live audience.
Yeah, they're watching. Definitely. This is fun. This is definitely fun.
Yeah, my thing just to wrap up.
Right.
Seattle has everything they need to win. To lose, they lost at home. Let's remember 34-31, almost in overtime to Arizona. And I think Arizona, all they wanted was to send them to the playoffs with a loss, so they lose home field advantage. They had also been the number one seed or number 2 seed from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Wins and losses.
A lot of teams that aren't good got them. So Detroit could do the same thing, is our point.
Detroit lost at home.
Detroit lost at home, but Seattle has had some bad losses this year. They really have.
They're not like what they used
Seattle
to be.
is
so-
battle tested.
The refs-
I don't think
They're
we
not.
have a right to talk about the old Seattle when we're seeing the same
saying
consistent
they're
Seattle Seahawks
No,
team
that's not the same
make
team.
make the play. Okay, you say that, but yet the same
I mean, they
faces
made the
keep showing
playoffs.
up
They
in the
made
playoffs.
the playoffs, but you make
3
the
years
playoffs
in a row.
as the number 1 seed overall, and then you make the playoffs as, okay, yeah.
We
I'm
barely
10-5.
got in by the hair of our
refs,
chinny
yeah,
chin
we
chin.
got a tie on there to help us out, and the refs gave us 2.
I mean,
Wins and
if-
losses.
where they're coming from, because if you're there, but it's how you got there. If you
Yes.
got there and you on top of the mountain,
because they won. We're talking
So,
about the
but
NFC
Seattle-
West
Right.
divisional
Definitely.
champions.
Well,
but they're
definitely,
not
but
number
they
1
should-
seed,
but
so
they're
they're
not-
not
but-
unbeatable.
but if they were the Seattle of old, they would
Even
probably
when
be a
they
number
were,
one
they
seed
were.
in
Yes.
the division.
When
That's
they
what
went
I'm
to the
saying.
Super Bowl, they weren't just skating in,
No.
playing in the first week of the playoffs. Oh no, they were at home on a bye week right now. This is not the same Seattle team.
The New York Giants being hosted by the Cheeseheads.
You weekend.
Giants.
This is
it.
Mike McCarthy versus, what is his name? Ben McAdoo.
This
Giants.
is Eli versus freaking Aaron Rodgers, and they both been here. They both got rings. They both got pride and history. They both got defenses that are playing well. This is the best matchup of the weekend.
Even though one's on the wild card and one's the 3rd seed.
How did the Giants get to the Super Bowl the last 2 times? Playing on wild card weekend.
That's fair, and I'll let you have that for New York. But I still don't see it with this New York offense. It's a scheme that it's like you keep pounding. If you pound the defense hard enough, eventually Odell Beckham Jr. will get open.
Right, that's
Eventually
true.
Victor Cruz will get open. Eventually Sterling Shepard will get open. Okay, maybe it works,
Here.
but let's flip that. So this New York defense, which is dominant, and I'll give you that.
But
Up-
I'm gonna
up
say
against
something about
Aaron
New York,
Rodgers.
though. I'm gonna say something
Okay.
about New York that if the defense can do everything that they need to do, but if the quarterback, if he throws picks and
Thank you.
stuff, they are in trouble.
Eli.
If everybody knows that quarterback, if you don't know who that is, oh jeez. But
Eli is a Super Bowl
he
quarterback
is. But if he
that
throws,
likes to throw picks.
but if he makes mistakes,
It's
not
a
even
weird
that. If
thing.
you make mistakes, then that could cost you the game. And when you have pieces around you, and you know, this year,
The
defense
defense?
is what that is. And it's
Yeah.
not because of Eli.
No.
It's not because of Eli. It's because of their defense. That dude, I'm telling you right now, just an honest, real opinion. If he turns the ball, if Eli turns the ball over,
That's
they are
true.
in trouble.
But see,
I
we
mean,
know that about
so-
Eli. See,
right.
that's why I say.
But he's the quarterback, and
we've
he
pulled
controls the
pulled
team,
his
so-
card already. We
Okay.
know that about Eli. He's gonna do okay. They've earned their way into a playoff spot, and that's all they need to win a Super Bowl. We know that. Green Bay's disciplined offense with Aaron Rodgers, you were just talking about the hottest QB
I mean,
in the
but-
NFC
yeah,
in the
he is,
NFL
but
right
But
now.
he ain't-
For this game and this game alone, Aaron Rodgers will break it up. I say Devontae Adams is going to get open for at least 1 touchdown. Jordy Nelson's probably going to be the man with the plan.
If they can
Probably
take-
open for 2 touchdowns. I'm looking at a 21
But they had
to
some
10.
players get injuries. You had some players
Right,
go down.
Ty Montgomery, a receiver, is now turned running
Playing
back.
but he's doing well.
He's doing his job, but because of that, I see a 21 to 10 Green Bay up in Lambeau Field. It's definitely a defensive game to the extent that they're going to force. They're
It's
going
gonna
to
be a
force Aaron
tough
Rodgers to
defensive
play
game.
to another level.
Aaron Rodgers is one of the most accurate quarterbacks, if not the accurate. You know, he's good at throwing the ball, and he can throw the ball on the run. And his receivers, they scramble and they get open
Yeah.
for him. And I watch the game. Sometimes I'll rewind the TV, the film and stuff, or whatever. Not film, but we'll rewind that and go back and see how the receivers get open. They run and get open for him. When he threw that dart, that guy ran to get open. They run to get open for him.
They have scramble drill. I mean,
Yeah,
they do
that's
it
what they
well.
say, yeah.
And
They run.
Tony Romo in Dallas, you used to do it, but now it's Aaron Rodgers, and they're doing scramble drill.
And yeah, the fact of the matter is this: Aaron Rodgers and Eli Manning have been there. Like, yes, you could make a case for New York's defense. Let me go back and say that, but I just don't see it. I
You don't
really
think it
I
happens
think
this
I think the
weekend?
way the way the New York defense had the Dallas Cowboys number, I think Aaron Rodgers is going to have the New York Giants defense number. I think he's going to figure out their defensive scheme. I think he's going to get Jordy Nelson open for 2 touchdowns. I really think that that's all he needs.
But
Two
the
two
Giants-
first half touchdowns from Jordy Nelson, and then a third quarter from Devontae Adams to close it out. Well, my score is 21-10 Green Bay Packers.
31, maybe 31 to 21 there.
So I'm gonna go like 34-27, Green Bay.
We have Seattle Seahawks. I'm choosing the Seattle Seahawks 38-14 over Detroit Lions, and then Green Bay Packers over New York Giants 21-10. And I believe your score for Detroit was, or you're saying
We're back to Detroit now.
are you making a case? We're just redoing a recap. Are you making a case for? I need to make sure you're making a case for Detroit, or you're saying Seattle's going to win
Seattle's
with a blowout.
gonna win.
I'm going with
no,
Seattle.
not a blowout though. 27-24 Seattle.
27-24. You're saying 27-24 Seattle.
Yeah.
Ashton, you're saying for the Detroit Lions and Seattle and
I got
the Seattle Seahawks.
I got Seattle over Detroit. I have Seattle.
Yeah, you said 40-21.
Oh, yeah, y'all got blowouts.
Yeah, I think now my preferential game, or I'm gonna watch all of them. My
Right, I'm gonna
preferential
watch-
game is I definitely want to see Miami go up against Pittsburgh in the AFC, and I think the defense with the right mindset, they can do it. And if there's any team in the AFC that can be that upset right now in the playoff picture, I see Miami doing it.
Saying that, but it's just like, wow,
I'm just
that's
saying
tough.
I really
He's really stuck on that.
I really believe in the defense. I really believe in the defense.
So they get one playoff win, go to New England, and lose the weekend.
I mean, I don't really. We'll talk about that, when we get there.
That's
But
what I'm
the
like,
thing is, I just don't see. We're talking about we got to take it. Hey, it's like the
I'm
coaches, you got to take it
trying.
week by week. Okay, this week it's Miami versus Pittsburgh. What happens next week is after the winner is announced. But here's where I'm going with it. The Manning brothers, they're prone to, like, they're at that point now in both of they were at that point when they were both playing that, okay, they're older, they're not really, their instincts aren't leading them in the right direction, they're throwing picks. But if you notice, they always have a defense that will say, you know what, Eli, you threw a pick, but we're going to go out there and give you another chance.
They've already done it once.
But there's no way I see the Raiders lose until I just don't.
Not to Brock Osweiler. I can't picture it either. I'm like, does he suddenly get
I don't-
good and start rolling outside the pocket and hitting DeAndre Hopkins for touchdowns? Because I haven't seen that.
I didn't say that they were going to win by a lot. I picked 10-7.
3-0.
I picked 10-7 because they just need one. All you needed when New York Giants beat the Dallas Cowboys in Game 1, Week 1, 2019.
Yeah, but you
All
can't
you need is
compare.
one
But hold
play.
on.
Can't know.
When
Brock
they beat
Osweiler
them
can't play
again in the
19.
rematch in Week 12.
Right, but you
All
can't
you
compare.
need is one play.
All you
But
they're in the perspective of teams that the Giants have beat. That's the only reason why people are giving the Giants so much credit is because they beat Dallas twice this year.
But
It's right now.
I'm not. But see, I'm not giving it any. See, you and Skip Bayless don't understand. I'm not giving the Giants any credit.
Now I'm
No.
Skip Bayless.
I'm not giving the Giants any credit at all. A lot of us hope Green Bay wins against New York so we can get that revenge shot
Yes.
at the title like we so deserve. But let the Cowboys rest. Green Bay is the team that it needs to win right now. This is
Well,
Needs
they
to
started
win.
off-
0-0
Going
record.
to
Remember,
win
needs
right
to
now.
win. I really believe Green Bay not only wants to win, but they do need to win. We're talking facts. They have a good defense.
But you're saying so if
But
they
a defense, but an
You wanna
offense,
see the hottest
an
team in the
offense
league.
that has no dynamic whatsoever. They just have a good defense and a good enough offense to score one time, and then a good enough defense to keep the game at a 10-6,
How do you put out a
10-7.
wildfire?
Wow.
The Green Bay has been. It started out as a little brush. Now it's into a full-blown wildfire that's about to take out the whole West Coast. You don't want to be the
Aaron
one team
Rodgers
that's
said-
got to do that.
Aaron Rodgers said when it was in Week 8 when he looked,
I think we
looked
can
at
run
his,
the
look at
table.
his schedule, I think we can run the table. He was right. But we're just talking about this week. We're just talking about the wild card weekend. Go ahead and run the table. Go ahead and do what you need to. Mike McCarthy, go ahead and do what you need to do to get Green Bay in the right mindset to go through a team that has won the Super Bowl twice as a wild card. This defense is not going to hold back. This defense wants a piece of Aaron Rodgers. This is the fact that this New York Giants team is going to push them to another level. I want to see
I don't want
Aaron
the hottest team
Rodgers
in the league. I
break
don't.
that defense up. A good offense is better than a good defense. Didn't you say that?
Yeah,
We're not talking about the Cowboys. I'm saying Green Bay
But that's who they
can
play
beat
next.
New York.
That's
The final thoughts are for Green Bay versus New York. I see it being a game that Aaron Rodgers he will win, but he will sweat for it.
Me, the only game that really I would wake up to watch is Green Bay, New York. I mean, I
Right,
could
me
check
too, 'cause that's
Houston,
the Cowboys.
Oakland
If you're
on the
a
box score. I don't
Right.
even have to watch that. And then Pittsburgh, Miami. You think it's gonna be good? Me, I think it's foregone conclusion. Pittsburgh
Right, they
wins.
gonna.
So I mean, Seattle, Detroit. Yeah, I hope there's an upset, but I don't think there will be. I think there's only one watchable game, and that's Green Bay, New York.
Yeah, and Green Bay, New York.
This has been the wild card weekend prediction. We man,
had fun. This is fun.
like I said, I really feel into it in terms of talking about the playoffs. This is exciting. I think
like it. It's
that
fun.
again this weekend it's going to be good no matter what game it is, and I look forward to seeing. I look forward to us being back in a week and talking about what happened. Hopefully your predictions
Hopefully
are
I
right.
can.
Pittsburgh beats Miami, and I mean we all said Detroit was going to destroy Seattle. You're saying you two are saying Oakland over
I
Houston, and then finally we're all saying Green Bay is going to do what they need to do against New York. So all right, we'll check back, and we're gonna see who's in the highlight picture for the conference championships when we
I
come
can't
back. All right, you guys are watching Round Table.